Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Talent Traders. Myself Bala here. I'm welcome you all to my channel. And if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe the channel to get more update on intraday and positional trading strategies. And this video, I'm going to discuss about the best charting scanner for option trading. So recently we made video regarding the ADR indicator. So how we effectively use for this ADR indicator on intraday options. Okay, so that we are going to discuss yesterday's video. So how we can do with the breakout and based on the same concept, how we can utilize in option trading for an intraday purpose. So let me try to do on this video, and if you are new, kindly subscribe the channel. So already we discussed on this particular scanner, which is already updated on our premium telegram group. So today's scenario, so we don't get any stocks for a negative sides like a 15 minutes ADR, second 15 minutes ADR, and a third 15 minutes. So there is no stocks which we find out in a downside. So mostly positive side we got it, and some stocks like cement sector stocks in the morning. So everything is a gap up opening, and around 1-2% I think it is positive like Ultratech, Dalmia Bharat, Ramco Cement, JK Cement, and C Cements. So almost five cement stocks which is happening in the first 5 minute, first 15-minute candle. So we are not using a 5 minutes. Why? Because of we need to track very quickly and placing our orders very quickly. So a lot of things you need to follow. That's why we are not using a first 5 minutes. Instead of that, we are using a first 15 minutes. So today we got it. And the second 15 minutes, we have some stocks like Bajaj Auto, Pidilite. And the third 15 minutes, Hindalco, Jinda, JSW, M&M Finance. So these are all the stocks which came into our scanner of ADR. So let me go to check Ultratech. I seen Ultratech in the morning, the first candle itself, it is broken that level, Ultratech cement. But you can look at this, the ADR value of Ultratech cement, the highest value, comparing two ADR indicator like a 10 and 5. So 10,193 is the highest value, but the stock is closed nearby. The high of the day is around the first candle itself. I'm not talking about day high. The first candle itself, it is 10,360 plus. Okay, you can see 10,360, and here I'm just looking for the higher level is 10,193. So there is a huge gap. If I'm taking that, if I'm keeping the day low, so that should be the very biggest stop loss for the trade. And if I'm keeping the ADR low also, it is very big stop loss. So I simply ignore this if you are finding such a big candle. So let me check this in an option. Okay, so the closing price of this particular first candle is something around 10,359. So maybe 10,400 or 10,300. So let me go for Ultratech 10,300 call option. If I'm looking for the option trading, so the high of that particular option is 148.95 in the first 15 minutes, and the low or the open sorry, low, if you are comparing the low, it should be around 6 rupees 35 paise. If I'm buying the option around 148, 150, if I'm keeping the stop loss below the low, it's not quite worthy. But one more important thing, that option is not given you the breakout after the first 15 minutes. So most important thing, instead of buying immediately after the candle closes, we may be facing such a kind of big risk. Okay, from 150, 140, it came down to 50 and then returned back to 170. That's a different concept. But after taking entry, if it is goes down, so we will be getting panic and we will be exiting from the trade. So that's why we are looking for the first 15 minutes high to break. Maybe we are taking 148.95 instead of that 138, 148, 10 rupees higher we are buying, but we simply ignoring this trade. Okay, so based on the higher risk factor, we simply ignore this. And Dalmia Bharat is the second one. That is also big candle. Okay, if you are looking at this big candle in the first 5 minutes, first 15 minutes is closed and the closing price is 2,300. If I'm going to check Dalmia Bharat 2,300 call option in the option chart, you can look at this. And today by first 15 minutes here in the option chart, the high is 26, low is 5 rupees. Maybe a 20-point risk. If you are ready, then you can go for, I think, the lot size of this particular stock is 250. 5,000 risk. If the risk is suitable, you can place orders. The high of this particular candle is 26 and next candle is 25, and after that it came down to 13, and this particular candle 27, yeah, 26 and 27. Around 10:30 only that candle which breaks the high, maybe we can keep that swing low as a stop, and this high is around a 26 and maybe a 30 or even 5 rupees, because it is nearby expiry. That's why we are facing very low premium, and also it is very difficult to trade on the expiry weeks, because we are not doing any stock options based on our advanced option strategy concept, as well as intraday too, because the time decay is very fast, and the premium, even the stock moves, the premium will not move very big. Okay, so here maybe that point we're looking at this particular breakout 26.05, and then it went up to 66. That's a good opportunity from that level. Maybe if you're buying at a ATM, you'll be pay normal margin, some brokers, but after this became ITM, you need to pay higher margin. So a lot of thing which you are going to plan an option trade at expiry week. So in stocks, it's a very complicated thing. Okay, so that wasn't good move from that point. So where we are looking for the low of this particular thing which we got it on the D loop, and it maximum moves towards the top almost 150%, which increased from that high is broken, and such a good opportunity by this particular dashboard. And some more stocks like Ramco Cement. Ramco Cement is not, generally it was not a liquid one, but finally doesn't give the breakout of the first 15 minutes. Simply there is no trade. Okay, and it is not a liquid one. So if you want to check the liquidity, you can check with JK Cement. Check with the depth of the market. JK Cement is this fourth one. That is also not broken, but a huge. So that's why if I'm keeping that filter, if the high is to break and most of the failure trade, we can easily filter out two stocks which is triggers among this five, and finally see cement in the first 15 minutes candle. So what is happening here? And this is what a failure trade. Maybe if you are taking at this point around 29,000, and the stop loss may be the ADR low or even the candle low, both triggers. So let me check this. What is happening? 29,000 call option, Sri Cement, if I'm looking for, and most probably if we are going for a breakout around a 358, your stop loss would be 100, 250 points, and the lot size is around 25. So maybe around 5,000 risk. Initially, it moves towards 350 to 450, 900 point, but again it moves down. Finally, it triggers your stop loss. But I'm not suggesting you this is a 100% foolproof strategy. But here we are planning the right stock selection with this indicator or with this scanner mainly. Okay, you can apply any of your own strategy, not only for breakout of 15 minutes high and low. So maybe you can use any other indicator for that also. And one more stock, Bajaj Auto and Pidilite Industries, which is happening on second 15 minutes. So let me go for a Bajaj Auto. I'm looking at this one. First 15 minutes is a little short. That closing price ADR high value 6532, and here it is close to 6530 on the first candle. If you are looking at the right side, maybe a short of 2 rupees. Okay, that was not available on the scanner. 6532 is the highest ADR. That is what a ADR at 10. In this candle, first 15 minutes candle 6530. It not closed above the highest level. So we are looking for the next candle. The next candle which is started here, and that high and this low may be a very small comparing to this value of the stock. We can try for this. Let me check an option chart, and the second 15 minutes high should be break. Okay, where it has happened, second 15 minutes. Maybe you can use the second 15 minutes low also be the stop loss. And 6500 maybe the strike price in Bajaj Auto. 6500 call option that I'm looking for. This is the second 15 minutes candle. The high is 102, low is 54, almost 50% risky. And where once it is broke, so the level 125 stop loss. Near about 5,000 stop loss which came in the stocks, almost 3 stocks which you are studied, nearby 5,000. If that risk is suitable, you can go for, or else you should go for a equity, and that high is around 92, that got triggered on 10:15 to 10:30 candle. The low is not broken. Maybe the stock came down to a nearby your stop loss, but if you are keeping a strict stop loss, it's not broken. and then it went up to maximum 198. So where we are taken a 100, it's a nearby 100 points, almost 1 is to 2 risk reward ratio that was also generated. And the second stock on a second 15 minutes, Pidilite Industries, that high is not broken. That was happening on around 1:35 to 2 o'clock, which is not a good time to for an intraday trade. Okay, so it is going to give you the breakout at this moment. So here the price is 2700. Let me check Pidilite Industries. What is happening here? Yeah, here is the highest level around 20, but it doesn't give you the breakout. But here it is giving you breakout 20 and it went up to 23, then it came down to 11. If we are keeping the stop loss, it's around 8. The big stop loss. We are not taken, and also it is traded or triggered on nearby 2 o'clock, so that is not a right choice. Okay, for an intraday. And the third 15 minutes, Hindalco, JSW, and M&M Finance. This is happening on 10 o'clock. So Jindal Steel, sorry, stocks would be M&M Finance, JSW, Hindalco. Hindalco is seen as around 397, and that is giving you such a good move. Sorry, Hindalco. Okay, that one. And third candle, not a second. Second also be slightly short, and here is about a third candle. So the high is around 598, almost 597. So we are looking for a 595 call option. It is 595. One to third candle. Look at this first candle. First, second, third. The high of this candle should be around 6.05. The low of the candle is 2.4 rupees is the raise, and it broken immediately. It went up to 8, and again it came down to 3.85. Finally closed by 12. So that is a good opportunity where it has happened in the risk, which you need to decide whether it is going to take or not based on the pattern. And JSW steel, the one more thing which is happening on third candle, the high is not broken till, and that may be broken by 3 o'clock. It's not good time for a intraday because we don't have a much more time to hold it. So not a right one for intraday. So but it given you the breakout, maybe at a closing 872, 871. Maybe if you are looking for a 870 call option, JSW 870 call option, which I'm looking for. Here you can see the high is not broken, arrive 8.1, and once it is break and it immediately moves towards 12, it closed by 10. But it is not good time for an intraday. And one more last thing is M&M Finance. Yes, M&M Finance. This is the one on third candle. Here is the third candle that was happening here. And seeing the closing price is around 375.7. Maybe the strike price on M&M Finance it should be around 375. 275. This is the third candle, 945 to 10. The high is 3.1, low is 2.4. Maybe if I'm going to look for a 3.1 should to give you the breakout, that is given 3.8, high is 3.1. That was broken, and 2.4 should be the stop loss. And within a two candle, it went up to 4.95, nearby 2 rupees with the risk of somewhere around 2.60 paisa. That is giving you such a good result. And finally, it went up to 5.7, closed by 3. So this is what an charting scanner which I used for an option trading, but nearby expiry week, we are not going to do because of time decay, but high margin is required. If we have a high margin, we can try this for option trade. But as per our concept, we have almost almost 10 stocks for the day. From 10, so we got some stocks that was achieving a target. Only one is a stop loss, and we simply use this particular indicator for intraday options trade. That was working good, and you can apply your own concept also, because it's the main concept on this scanner is to find out the stocks. And the same which you are using for a 5 minutes also, but in this case if you are using for a 5 minutes something like that, we need to act fast. For a 5 minutes Ultratech, Ramco, second 5 minutes CSIM, third 5 minutes Dalmia and JK Cement. So those what are 15 minutes which you have already seen on the previous one. Okay, so 5 minutes Ultratech, and if you are looking for a 5 minutes, you need to be act fast. And where it is, yeah, first 5 minutes and if it is breaks in the second 5 minutes, third 5 minutes, it was moving to the top from the price of 10,200 to 10,375. Okay, but the stop loss would be very big. And the second one is about same on the 5 minutes time frame. Yeah, this is about a 5 minutes, and then it moves. I think it is not about C same. C same is the second candle. So here is the second candle. Once the high is broken, immediately it went and immediately it returned back also. If you are not act fast, so maybe your stop loss got triggered and you may be facing some issues. Here is about Ramco sim, but it is not a sure, not liquid. Here is the first 5 minutes, 1020, and then it bounces back to 1037, and it is giving you such a good opportunity. But 5 minutes is highly risky, and you need to be very fast and active. But the 15 minutes, it was a better one, so which we can use for a 15 minutes. That is always be a great opportunity for an intraday trade. So I hope you understood the concepts. Thank you for joining. Some people who are joining my premium group. So if you want to join my premium group, you just ping me on my WhatsApp, and the link will be available on the description, or you can find out the WhatsApp number in this video itself. Thank you for watching. And the best option trading scanner, which I find out, which I created in Chartink, that was working nice, and at least one or two trades on the intraday basis that we can follow with this indicator. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much.